Don't make me bowl Yorkers. Don't make me bowl with a new ball. Give me a ball that's doing something. In the middle overs on a pitch, and I'm in.
I've got my cucumbers on my eyes.
10 overs known for 85 with nice biceps. Good job, mate.
What are you doing that for?
End up in Middlesbrough with some fish and chips, yeah. Take your toothbrush for a night out. Hello and welcome back to Under the Lid with me, Jack Brooks.
And me, Katherine and Jack.
Here you are. And I think this is our last in the series, Bronte. It's Men's Ashes Special. As always, brought to you by the PCA and the Cricketer. And before we bring out the guests, we'll just say we've got a pretty cool special guest coming on today. So one of my friends for once, usually get all your mates on, Bronte. But in the meantime, where are you? What have you been up to? You somewhere else in the world now?
Well, I mean, I wish you could see out the window. It's dark and gloomy, but funnily enough, I'm in Australia. I am in Hobart, of all places, which everybody said, don't go to Hobart, it's freezing. But I'm from Yorkshire and I like it mild. I don't like it red hot, so I'm quite happy. I think it's a good 13, 14 degrees today, so it's pretty...
Yeah, that is mild. It's probably like it was here. In fact, it's been freezing here. You're not missing much.
It's nice though, scenery-wise, mountains, like sea, beautiful. It is really nice actually, and the stadium here is pretty top notch. Normally, a bit of a road was a bit seamy last night, so got me juices flowing.
They're still there, are they? Those juices still kicking around.
They are actually. Scarily enough, I will tell you, I had a hit 2 days ago. Nat went into training, and I went with it because it's only a short one. And I said, "Oh, I'll just have a little bowl."
You're back, aren't you? There's going to be a Legends League somewhere, a Women's Legends League.
I felt pretty good, and I did get Nat to play a miss a couple of times, so you never know.
Thought you said you'd hung them up. You've had a baby, and now look at you, flying. You're ready for another contract, aren't you?
Well, the money's there.
Yeah, well, exactly. Young Theo's had his passport's looking pretty cool, isn't it? All the stamps he's getting.
It is actually. His passport's hilarious. I don't know how when you pass them the passport and they look at it and go,
"Who's this?"
Yeah, I'm not being funny because when I took it, it just looks like a splodge. Like it's not. You're not looking at much, are you, when he's looking at him? So it's the cutest thing ever, but quite sure. And up to 5 years old, you can keep that for.
They don't change much the first 5 years, apparently.
He's still bold. Anyway, who have we got on? Who have we got on, Jack?
Yeah, so we've been scraping the barrel. So we thought we'd get a World Cup winner on. Someone that's toured Australia before in an Ashes series. Not a particularly successful one, but I'm sure he'll talk us through some of that. Championship winner, played for a few counties, played a lot of cricket for England. Absolute legend through the middle overs. Cross-seam warrior. I'm sure he can talk us through his skill sets with that. And potentially one of the best beards in international cricket going around. I've told him a few times when we've been a bit tipsy over the years that I've owed him a lot for my career because we moved in together when we joined Yorkshire together and spent a lot of time. And then he gave me a kick up the arse with some extreme fitness stuff over the years. So yeah, I can't wait to get him in and have a little casual chat with him. Is of course Liam Pudsey Bear Plunkett.
Hello, guys. How are you?
All right, brother.
I love Jack Brooks, head of entertainment. That's what I love. The head of entertainment.
Natural role for me once I finish playing, mate, don't you think?
Yeah, that suits me. I love it. Absolutely. Thanks for having me. Thanks for having me on.
No, mate, it's going to be a pleasure. I don't know how much you and Bronte have had to do with each other over the years.
We did a little bit. We did one Waitrose appearance, Bronte. I think that was a bit of cash and some free sandwiches, but I remember that.
Back in the day.
Food and money. Excellent. Well, we've got me in England, and it's a bit chilly and might be a frost tonight. Bronte's over in almost sunny Australia, and you're in East Side States, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in Manhattan. Yep, New York.
So we're putting this together from 3 parts of the world. Fantastic. So how's America, mate? It's obviously a bit known about you since you finished your career. You moved over to the States, and I speak to you quite regularly, so I know you've been up to. But tell the masses like where you are, what you do with your days now with work, and how you're still involved in cricket.
Yeah, I moved across 4 years ago when Major League first started. I think people might know about that in terms of IPL teams have invested into the MLC. The season is probably only 5, 6 weeks long, but you have the best players in the world playing, apart from the Indian players who obviously not allowed to play white ball cricket away from the IPL. So we have that. Away from that, I kind of got more into the business side. I co-founded a company called the Cricket Impact Group. So that's based out of here. So what we do is we'll go around and put like a cricket summit on. We'll do cricket impact lunches and dinners and bring awareness to cricket to grow the game away from the actual on field. We did a collaboration, well, a partnership with the CPL, and we launched beach cricket this year, which was awesome. It was more like a corporate cup where people would come and like a Digicel would bring a team, or like John Boy Media, who's the podcast I'm with now, would bring a team. And it was more like a fun kind of spin on cricket. It kind of a bit like golf during COVID, how YouTube golf blew up. It's like it brought awareness to the game. So you could have a kid who's 4 years old playing with a grandparent, and that's kind of what we see in cricket. Like, how do we engage people? How do we bring them in? So that's obviously makes me busy. We just started this podcast from this studio. That's cricket. I do that with Adam Bannon, an Australian guy from the outback, pretty much. So he's an amateur cricketer who thinks he's played professional cricket for 100 years. So I've got to live with that. But he's good band. But no, it's busy, mate. Like I feel like my days are full, but it's exciting because there's only a couple of people who are in my position here. If I'm back in the UK, I'm one of many, right? There's many people who play for England, many people who want to commentate or coach. Where here, there's only a few of us who have sort of done what I've done, and we're in America. So people who want to talk about cricket often come towards me for the good and the bad, you know. But it's definitely exciting, mate. It's very very surreal that I'm obviously in Manhattan in the studio near Times Square talking about cricket, talking about the Ashes. So it's fun, but I feel like the progression of cricket in America is definitely growing, and obviously it's building up to LA 28. So hopefully that's gonna keep growing and growing and growing. More investments coming to the game. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing.
Not too much, then.
It's good. Yeah, I guess also as I started LPC cricket, I'm trying to be like the all stars of like cricket in terms of the kids cricket. So I have a good relationship with TD Bank in Canada. But yeah, I mean, I'm just putting myself into everything, to be honest with you. If you throw much, I'm not sure you're allowed to swear on this podcast, but if you throw enough at the wall, something will stick, right?
Wow, Bronte swears all the time, mate. So don't worry about that. Well, that's really exciting for anyone who's listening. Like how you could help grow the game, not just about playing the game anymore. Are you? Big question. Are you still playing professionally as well? Are you going to give it another crack again next year?
Yeah, I think so. I'll play one more year.
One more year.
Yeah, one more year. The best thing about this year is like I played maybe 4 or 5 games. I think during the tournament I probably bowled 12 overs. So yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, little partnership breaker. Make sure it's a long boundary, slow ball bouncer, chance of a wicket. That's kind of how I do it. You know, don't make me bowl Yorkers. Don't make me bowl Yorkers. Don't make me bowl with a new ball. Give me a ball that's doing something in the middle overs on a pitch, and I'm in.
Well, that's where you want a World Cup with, mate. Middle overs, banging them in. So that's what you know, isn't it?
A little bit different from 85 to 73. You know,
I was
like
going to say, what are you bowling now?
I don't know, mate. Maybe 82, 83 on a good day. So we'll see. I'm 41 next year, you know. I would love to actually bowl one more ball at 90 miles an hour. And I'm not sure if I've got it in the locker, but I'll do my best training to get to that point. Maybe I'll bend my elbow and just absolutely ping it, but we'll see.
Just chuck it.
Just launch it like full toss straight over the batter's head. Launch it.
This is music to Bronte's ears because she hasn't done a lot of cricket, if anything, for a couple of years. She was just saying then how she's bowled a few to her wife and slugged a few with a bat as well. You're not going to let it go, are you?
No, to be fair, I had a couple of. My shot choice was over extra. You know, that easy shot. It came naturally, Jack. I'm not sure. You know, some in there.
Do you know when you don't think about it too much, you just like a fine wine, you just crawl back into it and you're just elegant. It's like golf, isn't it? It's like you don't play and you play one good round and you think you're amazing. The next round, that's kind of how my.
It's a real level of golf. It's a brilliant retirement hobby, isn't it? Bloody hell. I love golf. Absolutely love it. And the Ryder Cup this year, I had as much like buzz for that as I have this upcoming Ashes. Like this Ashes got something it's a bit feisty.
It definitely has. It's like explaining the Ashes to or Test cricket to Americans. It's kind of like watching the Masters golf, because if you think about it, it's 4 days and the surface, the greens change, the wicket changes. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like that. The conditions change. One day it's raining, if it's cloudy, the ball swings, it doesn't swing. So it's kind of like that. It's like that's the best way. It's 4 days. Maybe watch the first session, come back the last day. That's enough. That's enough for you.
Just get them to tune in about 6 p.m. isn't every night. That's my favourite. I wait all day watching a test just to watch that the witching hour.
I thought you were talking about as they're just taking the bills off. I thought that's what you're talking about. It's like tune in just for that. Thanks, guys. Cheers.
It's like last 30 minutes, nice when everybody's cooked, but it's just doing bits,
Yeah, I like that. Bits.
doing bits. It's nice.
Yeah, sorry. One last question before you have on, Brendan. So when you obviously when you came to the end of your career for Surrey, first class cricket in England, you knew you were always going to go back to America. Like you told me that years ago. Did you ever imagine? Because I know we had conversations years ago. You said I might just end up being a bit of a PT or do some coaching on the side, just tick over. And now you're pretty much helping run, grow. Like you say, you're doing like all stars type thing over. That's like going to be ground level stuff. Like so many people in 20 years time could have been playing cricket or playing professionally or for their country because of you. It's like, it's pretty cool. Like, it's pretty heavy stuff. But have you ever sat back and thought, bloody hell, like, I'm pretty proud of what I've done it. And you've got a master's as well, haven't you, recently?
Yeah, I'll take that. Uh, yeah, I mean, I do a little bit. I don't know. It's when I came across, the part of my role for Major League was okay. You're going to play Major League, minor league, like a national development coach, and then you're going to coach in a like a local academy. And I was in these local academies, and people try and do it the best, but in terms of the coach education, it never was there. So you were seeing kids who were not that happy, and they were just bowling machine, and balls getting whacked at them, and you got 5-year-olds crying in the corner. I'm like, what is this going on here? And it kind of like sparked my, well, why is there not really a platform to coach coaches, to coach kids properly? And that kind of sparked the interest to do that with LPC, Liam Plunkett Cricket. And that was, to be honest with you, I love coaching kids who it's the first time they're going to come, because you can be so influential to a kid to showcase this is cricket, this is how you hold a bat and a ball. And to be honest with you, in America, that's kind of what you want to do, is put as many bats and balls in people's hands so they educate like this is cricket, because a majority of them don't know what cricket is. So I think for me, I am proud of that. Like I'm proud of different sort of cycles in my career in terms of playing for Durham, Yorkshire, Surrey, playing for England. But I think coming across here and being one of the, like, I guess one of the pioneers to help grow the sport and obviously run that down education to schools and to academies is, yeah, I'm definitely proud of it. They might not be good, they might not be great.
I was going to say, like, the proof will be in the pudding in a few years, won't it? But, mate, that's awesome.
I wanted to know, like, how's your life in America? Like, have you adapted to their culture and that? Like, are you enjoying it? Is it a bit mental?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell my accent's very American now, very strong, it's very, it's different. I think one thing I learned, like, I'm not a businessman, but like get involved in business. What I do like about America is like if you fail at something, it's never like you shouldn't do that again. It's like, well, when are you going to do it again? Do you know what I mean? Like that seems very American, very like blunt smoke up your ass. Like, no, you fail, but let's get better and better and better. Sometimes in England, it's like, oh, that was why would you do that? Do you know what I mean? So it's I'm used I think I'm used to it because it's been like 18, 19 years of coming back and forth. So like over the times I was here for like a month or 2 months, you get used to like the lifestyle, and like I do like it. I mean, I do like it. I love being in the UK. I love being here. But I think for me now, like that opportunity to grow cricket and what jobs are available here is probably this is probably the right place for me now, right now.
We should get onto your England career and your favourite bits from that. I'd love to know, like, your favourite bits about your England career.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's like yourself, Brunt, is like you have to think about actually that happened, that happened. I sometimes forget that I was decent at cricket at one point. Like I forget that, and like there was a clip came up, and like, oh, actually, I remember playing that game. I go through like the different cycles when I first started in 2000. After the 2005 Ashes, England went to Pakistan, and that was my first sort of test. So I was actually on a plane going to Pakistan with the heroes that I just watched play the Ashes. So you kind of like so that was the period where I loved, and then you just play on like the natural talent. You don't think too much about the game. You just like this is what I was given. I'm going to work hard and play. I love that part of my life. And then you go through the dips of form, don't you? Like, well, actually, I have to go away and work on my game. So you went through the cycles of my whole career. So yeah, I mean, going through the different cycles, I love my Test cricket. I love county cricket. I mean, people are going away from county cricket in terms of want to play white ball stuff now all the time, and maybe not taking red ball contracts. But for me, I love my career playing red ball because I think that made me a better white ball bowler for England. I think having that stock delivery and the ability to hit line and length came from county cricket for me. So I'm very appreciative of that, and that kind of helped me towards the back end of my career. The last 4 or 5 years were the best of my career playing for England, becoming #1 in the world, getting beat in a T20 World Cup final in Calcutta, but then kind of bouncing back as a team and winning a World Cup final in 2019. That's kind of like the highlights. The last 5 years was the best of my career.
Yeah, they certainly stood out. Yeah, I mean, not to. This is not because you're on, but you were one of my favourite bowlers. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, I'll listen. I'll watch every podcast, and you say that to every person.
No, like people wouldn't necessarily believe me if I say that because obviously you've got people who were bowling, I don't know, 90 odd, and you generally gravitate to people like that. But I liked you because you were a workhorse, and I was a workhorse, and you just seemed like one of our go-to reliables. I was absolutely devastated when you were dropped. I know you would obviously be more devastated than me, but I couldn't understand it, and I was fuming, and so you must have been fuming. Like it just seemed so. It was out of the blue, and it was for me unnecessary. It wasn't an ending point for you, for me, as well. Like it felt like you had more to give. I don't know. It must have been a pretty big kick in the nuts at the time.
You're making me gonna go there. Right? I have to drag this back out now. I have to get this out.
Just a little.
To be honest with you, it was more the delivery. Like, I don't know how it's like what gets communicated to you when you've been playing for England women. I don't know how that pipeline filters through, but I think it was more the delivery, to be honest with you. Like, if they came to me and said, listen, you're 35, we've enjoyed you being here and stuff, but I think for the next cycle we want to go with someone else, I'd be like disappointed, but I'd be like, I get it. I do get it, like whatever, it's sports. But I just think it wasn't kind of spoke to me like that. It was like I didn't know, then I found out on Twitter, and I'm like, no one owes you anything, but like in terms of respect, you play for your country how many times, you just won a World Cup. It's like, well, why aren't you just telling me that? Why aren't you sitting me down? Because also, I don't think they wanted to do that in case I had 4 or 5 injuries and then they had to call me back up. So I think that's why they did it. They just kept the door open just a tiny bit here, and like it was injury, they just dragged me through. Like there you go.
But it wasn't normal. Like you had you 35. That's young. Like it's not in terms of age. It's not like you're looking to play now and still bowl 83 at 41. Like it's not. It wasn't a thing. And I'd say you were top two in that World Cup series. You were a very strong reason as to why we got to where we got.
Yeah, I mean, I was the reason why we won it.
The right moment, even if they had their eye on a couple of others for a different cycle.
Love it. Love the comedy arrogance.
I'm actually still fuming for you, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about age, I wear a Whoop, and my Whoop age says I'm 33. When I look at my app, so I mean, I must be doing something right. But I mean, it's just the fact of the communication that annoyed me a little bit. I felt like I could still offer, I could still perform. But when I look back at it now, would I want to continue and being a bits and pieces player, like come in for a game out of a 5 series, or would I have went out at the World Cup if they give me the option? Do you know what I mean? So it's like you get dragged around a few countries and not play. I'd be like, maybe I would have liked that because I could have spoke to the younger guys about different options and experiences and influence them in the best way I could. Like obviously Cast was coming through, Potts was coming through, and like, do you know what I mean? I felt I could have given some guidance a little bit, but also like you don't want to just take someone on tour just to be that like the mentor a little bit. So disappointing, but also like yeah, I there's no like burnt bridges for me. Like it is what it is. People have got to make decisions. I think people just have to learn. Selectors might be under the pump, might be it's the first time in the job, they don't know how to communicate as good as what, do you know what I mean? Like I think as you get older, you step away, it's like, well, they've also got like the way they think about the game, the way they could have communicated about the game, like they might go away and improve. So I didn't think that at the time, but I'm just saying now.
Just to confirm, the communication and clarity in the women's game is just as pants.
I got it. Yeah. It is, that's the thing though, like it is a business at the end of the day, right? But it's like, surely just say like, sit me across the table and say, listen, we're going to go this direction. Sorry, you've been great. And I'd be like, cheers, thank you. Walk out.
Does it seem like a lifetime ago now, that 19 World Cup win. I know it's 6 years ago. It seems like it was only still yesterday. What was it like for you to look back on now? You still got really strong memories of overs, games, periods of play, like even that last Super Over. Like, where were you fielding? Like,
No, I completely thought I was somewhere else. I completely thought I was a third man and I was at mid wicket. And I was like, I remember that certain passage of play. I remember, I don't know. I feel like what I got good at is towards the back end of my career because I'm like, you're not really trying to impress people. You're going to do your job, and that was Morgan was what he was great at. It's like this is your job. Yeah, I remember he came to me at the World Cup final and said, "This is what you do. You're the best at world at ball in middle overs." And you both played enough cricket. You kind of get in a zone and try and do what you do, right? Uh, I remember that little bit, but even like some of the spells in the different games, like I don't remember too much. Like I forget, like we played Bangladesh and I got a wicket, or we played here. Like I don't remember it's like the final. I get confused about the quarterfinals and like I don't know who we played. I'm like, we won it. That's all I care about. So
it's amazing. I just remember how confident you were because we spoke quite a lot during that tournament, even like FaceTimes when you're in your room and wherever I was. But I think I was with Somerset at the time, and it was just like,
you were always first time me in the bath, which was I found strange.
yeah, best way with candles on. Got my cucumbers on my eyes. I just remember how calm you were, and like, as obviously I was a fan and wanting teams to do well, and you're excited because you've got people in the team that you know and you've played with. But it's just, even speaking to you, just like, no, we're going to do it, mate. I think when you beat Australia, it was just like, I think we're just going to do it. It's just written in the stars. It was just like the confidence that oozed out of an English sports team. I know that hopefully all the lads play like, but certainly that's what I got from you.
It felt like that. I don't. Yeah, I'm not like a I don't know, I don't believe in certain things, but I felt there it was like we got beat a few times, but I did feel like, well, actually, I do feel like we're going to win. I don't think anyone's kind of arrogant in that, but everyone was like, no, we're positive. We're going to be, I think we can win these games. Even if we get beat once or twice, we're going to come back and we're going to play proper cricket. It's hard, isn't it? Because you play series and you batter people 5-1, but in World Cup, if that one's a defeat in the quarterfinal and you're stuffed. Do you know what I mean? So it was like, we were good enough to win it. It's just like, we need to win the right games at the right time.
Yeah, spot on, mate. Well, thanks for that. Now
You're welcome. You're welcome, mate.
there's a small there's a small matter of an Ashes kicking off in a couple of days, and you've played out there a lot in a lot of white ball stuff, but also you did tour out there in the 06, 07 whitewash. We don't need to go there too much, but what was your memories? What was your memories of that series?
What I got really good at is farmers walks with the drinks. I was like strong, like my core was so strong. I'm actually going to do a high rocks, and I'm like all that preparation from the Ashes 12th man got me ready for the farmers walks. That's what I was thinking. Uh, what do I remember about it? I remember it's completely different cricket in terms of when you step off the plane. Some of the guys have been speaking about it now, and you're Stokesy, Rooty, and when you get there, you're in like a pressure cooker, right? It's like from everyone walking down the street trying to have a coffee, and someone tells you whatever. Uh, yeah, pretty much. Whatever the Aussies come up with, we like terrible banter. But I don't know. I liked it. Like I loved it. I didn't play, but I loved being around the environment. I didn't expect to play. I felt like all that training in the nets and the fitness side of it actually helped me in my career moving forward. I didn't play, which I wanted to play, but I felt like all the kind of the building blocks I put in place made me better moving down the line, you know? The pressure, like you seen firsthand what the pressure did to people. I was in the dressing room when obviously the legend Trez was struggling with his mental health. So I seen that firsthand and I seen all that kind of stuff take place. I've seen how ruthless the sport is, how good people are, watching legends play, watching youngsters come through and making a name for themselves. So it's like a full storyline you get to watch. I think you forget as well, like potentially if there's an injury. I'm just out there doing bicep curls and running on the treadmill, and then I keep forgetting if someone pulls a hamstring, I'm probably playing next test. And I was, it's like I better get my head in the game. 10 overs known for 85, but nice biceps. Good job, mate.
We could have done with somebody bowling a heavy length. To be fair, it's quite nice in Australia when you do that. Get a bit of bite. That would have been. I would have been nice to see how you went.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed it. I like the one day stuff was good. I love playing club cricket. I played for Adelaide Uni for 2 stints when I was young, and then just before I joined Yorkshire. I love bowling in Australia.
Did you do the traditional 6 months out there and try not to put on?
Yeah, I remember actually the first time I played for Adelaide Uni, I was out in the sticks. I loved it. I mean, at that point, I don't drink now. I've drank for 4 years, but I didn't drink at that point either. So it's like both ends of the scale. I was just fitness and wanted to put everything into it. Do you know what I remember about that first trip? I remember it was bonfire night, and I was out in the sticks, and I had a sparkler. And obviously, I'm stupid. Australia's dry. I threw it out into this small garden that I was renting it, and just like, oh, yeah, absolute panic stations. I thought that, yeah, I was. Thankfully, it wasn't a big grass, but I remember it very clearly. So I remember as I threw it, I was like, oh my, it's not England, it's not Newcastle or Middlesbrough, and then I panicked and managed to put it out. I just didn't think. So
Oh God, it could have been on Fox News.
Why do you reckon there's so much talk about this series? Because it's a bit more level, because there's certain players that are involved in it. Like, where do you sit with it? Have you thought about it too much? Where do you think it's going to go?
yeah, I've thought about it a little bit. I think Brody mentioned this on his podcast. It's like probably the first times where Aussies did not open in pair, which is crazy to think, like. But yeah, I think the teams are exciting. England's very exciting. Australia's like it's not settled at all, but still number one test team in the world, I think, right? So amazing players. But yeah, I love England's chances here, especially with the injuries now with Hazelwood and Cummins. I think the guys are settled. They're going to go out there and play positive cricket. But also, I think they learned the lessons from India. They don't have to put the foot on the gas all of the time. They can be smart and make strategic play. You know what I mean? Strategic plays in that. But I think it's just so exciting because you don't know. Normally, you go over there and you're like, it's going to be a tough challenge. Here, I'm actually think that England are going to play proper cricket. They're going to play aggressive. They're not going to change the way they play, which is very exciting.
They're gonna make some decisions that are gonna drive the UK public wild. I know it. No, what are you doing that for? Whatever, I love it.
Let's change it. I would open with Jofra at the back and then duck at 11. I'd spin it, just spin it, mix it up a bit. That's what I would do. But it's fascinating when you look at like the individual matchups because you look at I want to see obviously Stark against Duckett and Crawley. I also want to see Brook against Lyon. I think when you look at it, like people think like Brook's going to absolute smoke Lyon, but Lyon's a clever bowler. Do you know what I mean? It's like. And then you talk about the strategy of the short ball, Harry Brook, Jamie Smith, like they take it on and the boundaries are massive. And do you know what I mean? I think they'll go after it. So that's an interesting period of play where they're going to take it on, but you're going to have to hit it well.
Yeah.
A battle within a battle, they say, right?
Yeah, I feel if they're missing Cummins and Hazelwood with the short ball, though, like they're obviously very accurate and skillful and everything. Like if they're slightly off with the short balls, I think those guys can moose them into the stand. I know you said it's a long way, but I think the Lion one's interesting because people are starting to like you read things and people are just like forgetting about him or writing them off. And I'm like, the guy's how many wickets? 500 odd wickets or 600 wickets? Like
The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
It's luckily it's nice and short. It's short straight up the whacker, but it is like I say one way. Generally one way. It's massive.
It's the Optus, Brunty. Come on, it's the Optus.
it's the new one.
He said we had the. That's boring. Get that.
Don't use the whacker anymore, do they?
I played at the Optus with those drop-in pitches, and it was poo. They were. Yeah, it weren't good.
Do you know what I really want? I want them to play at Perth and start the first day with the biggest cracks. That's what I want to see. Give the crowd what they want. That's what we want.
It'll be like 3 inches by the day four. It's fabulous.
I'll be surprised if the first two aren't like quick test matches.
Well, you see the wicket, the green monster. Did you see that today?
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, it looked real green. England will be loving that, wouldn't
Little par three. It looked like.
they? Which was you two have played out there a lot. Which were your two favourite grounds out there?
You want me to go? I think for me, probably I only played one day stuff there. The SCG. I love the SCG. It's because and also it's good memories. We did really well. We beat Australia. We won the VB series back in the day when it was a tri series. So I'm just going from the VB series. So yeah, I loved SCG. I played for Melbourne Stars, so I do like the MCG, but probably SCGs for me.
Yeah, MCG was too overwhelming for me. You walked out there, just echoed around the whole world. SCG, I'd say SCG and Wacker easily. The Wacker was just unlike anywhere else I've ever bowled. It just made you feel good.
You know what? The best thing as a bowler, playing county cricket or playing for England or whatever, it's like when you warm up in the morning and bowl off 2 yards, you want the ball to carry. It makes you feel so good. That's what you need, right?
Mm.
Yeah, 100%. I haven't played at the WAC. I've bowled in the nets though. I net bowled to a couple of countries when I've been out there playing grey cricket, and I was like, I feel like I'm bowling thunderbolts here.
It's dangerous in there.
The J train.
The J train was on. The headband was on, mate. I bowled to Pakistan in 04, 05. And then I bowled to Australia in like 2013 or 15, one of them 2 years, I think. But yeah, it was pretty cool.
Couple of predictions. Who's scoring more runs, Joe Root or Steve Smith?
I'm gonna go Rooty.
Rooty, highest wicket taker. Could be Scotty. Scotty Boland's all right, isn't he?
He is, but I'm gonna go. Even though it's green, I want to go the person who's going to play the most tests. It's not going to be Wood or Archer. It's going to be probably Nathan Lyon.
You still think spin?
I think though, like he's going to play most of the games, right? Like he's not like he'll play the first test. He's a good bowler. Like you can take him down, but he's going to bowl probably overs during that game. Even when it's the pink ball, he's going to bowl because he can hold up an end. I just think in terms of the mass amount of overs, like that's why I'm going to go with him.
I'd be tempted to go Stark because I think, especially the pink ball game, he'll probably do all right in that one. He'll probably play most of the games as well because they can't afford. Yeah, Tony Stark. They can't afford to not pick him if the other two aren't right. And if the England guys, you just don't know who's going to play 4 or 5 tests out of England. Like Stokes, you want to play as many as you can, but I'd put money on Stokes. If you played 4 or 5 test matches, he could probably be England's leading wicket taker, I think.
It's a good shot.
I feel like he's going to have one test where he does something heroic. I was just going to say he might be pants. He might get like 4 knots in a row and then suddenly
Do something. I obviously Brookie's a gun. I have a feeling that Jamie Smith will play really well there. I have a feeling Jamie Smith is going to get some solid runs and maybe 100 or 2. I just think he plays the short ball really well. I know he takes it on, but also like he could get caught out, but he also scores 70 doing it, you know?
100%. He's so good to watch. And obviously, since seeing him up close, and you've played with him, Puds, obviously, when he was a bit younger, seeing him up close as like coach in the last couple of years and watching him for Surrey, he's unbelievable when he gets going. Been a bit quiet this summer, wasn't he? But a bit like Crawley. Like Crawley plays a short ball well, and I think he was England's leading run scorer of the last Ash. Was it the last Ashes? I remember, but he's going to be decent as well. I think it'd be nice to see Cummins and Hazelwood play a decent part of it, just and hopefully England can still beat them, and so the Aussies don't have those excuses. But
To be honest with you, you want the best playing the best, right? You do want to see that. As much as we're like England's got a great chances, you'd rather than beat them with Cummins and Hazelwood, wouldn't you? At the end of the day, you would rather see that. You want to see the best cricketers play. You want to see the best challenges. I do. Like, people might think differently, but I want to see Duckett and get 150 against the best bowlers. That's what I want to see. So.
definitely.
and also there's the Aussie top 3. Do you think they'll keep the same top 3 throughout, or do you think?
I think they'll be in a predicament. I think Jofra and I'll nick the lefties off for fun. I really do. And I think they're going to be in a panic stage, and then they probably think, are they going to bring McSweeney back in? Are they going to bring Renshaw in? I just think the top's going to struggle.
Interesting. And Barnes is coming in quite big form, isn't he? So he's going to be quite key for them.
Yeah, he is. I mean, he's played great cricket. He played great cricket yesterday, didn't he? He went back and played great cricket.
He's scoring hundreds in great cricket.
He's such a badger. Marnus and Steve Smith, honestly, if I turn the TV on and they're there, I'm like, oh, here we go. 5 hours.
I've got to be careful what I say about Steve Smith because he lives in New York as well half the time. 6 months of the year. Yeah, he's here quite a little bit.
Are you catching up with him? Are you friends, or you just have nothing to do with each other?
I think I've spoke to him for 5 minutes in my life, mate. I think I spoke to him at the World Cup when he was commentating and obviously played against him. But yeah, the cricket circle here is kind of small, and I'm not sure how much he's going to be here. It might just pop over in between tests. Ashes might just pop off for a week or so, you know. Come for a cheeky beer and head back.
What are your thoughts on the young England seamers coming through? Because you would have seen a little bit of Gus Atkinson. You'd have played with him at Surrey. Josh Tongue, you probably would have played you might have played a bit. What do you reckon to those two? Obviously, Carsey, Potts. Where do you think those 4 are going to go over the next few years? And obviously, this series is obviously huge for all of them. They'll probably get a go, won't they?
Yeah, everyone's like their own person, but like when I look at the bowling wise, I think Cast is very similar to how I wanted to bowl or how I bowl. It's like you're smashing your length, you're smashing the pitch, and he's consistent. He also bats really well. Potts, I mean, when you look at that attack of England, maybe Potts, maybe now and then can, but everyone else can bowl 90 clicks. Do you know what I mean? Which is kind of exciting. It's just so when people say Wood and Archer, like I've seen Gus Atkinson ball 93, 94 clicks. I think he was just tired out because of so many tests last year. I think if he used them well, someone can ball quick in each test. But Tung, I've seen a little bit and very, very similar, right? When he's on, he's on. He feels like he's hard to play, but also when he's not, he's easy to score against. But it's been having the ball in attack where Marcotte's sort of concern is who's the bowler, who's your Scotty Boland, who's the stump to stump bowler, who's the bowler where, because even if Joff and Woody bowl well, which they can be accurate, like the pace off it deflects it, it's easy to score singles. Who's the one way you can bring the fielders in and stop that? They have to hit through the gaps. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have Walksy, Jimmy, or Brody. Like who's going to do that job? Probably the closest person is Potts, and he might not play. So
I was going to say, for the balance of the team then, and if you don't want to risk Stokes, do you end up just going to play 5 seamers, or would you pick Jacks or Bashir to go, look, you're just going to have to try and do a job for us?
yeah, but I think the Aussies over there will try and smack the spin, same as the English players. I think it's not easy as a spinner if you've not played in Australia. Like that's why Lyon's so good because he does well over there. But I think they're going to go out and out pace or sneak Jackson, and that'd be the average Joe ball the odd over.
And lengthen the batting as well if he's coming in at 8.
Yeah. Oh, you'll smack it. I can't imagine bowling at. Well, I can imagine it because I'll probably get dealt with. But bowling at Smith and Will Jacks on a flat pitch with a ball that doesn't do much, they're not going to mess around. That passage of play could be naughty to watch.
Somebody's getting 100 and it's probably a bowler.
Yeah, yeah. I've had a few of them back in the day. Thankfully, not in a one-day game. Not in a one-day game. Thankfully, nearly did, but
I was at the Wacker when Brody got his figures were not for 100, and as the 100 came up, the whole crowd stood and he was like this. He was like, thanks.
oh, I remember when I went for my first 100. I reckon I went to the toilet and cried. I think. I'm not sure. I was probably upset in the corner. I remember when I played a one-day game for Durham and I went for 60, and I was devastated. I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst day of my life.
Yeah, but that's the best attitude to have, Liam. That's why we didn't go for many 60s.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, let's move on to our first segment or second segment. It's our take 5. We're going to just ask you 5 questions, get a little bit of know about you, away from cricket, really. Get your little weird, quirky personality out, mate. So if you could relive one wicket from your career, what would it be?
A kind of an easy answer would be Kane World Cup final, but it's not. It's actually a ball I bowled at the SCG, a first day of a one-day game, and it was Adam Gilchrist knocked his poles over. Yeah, and I remember it well because Paul Nixon was keeper, and Paul Nixon went to speak before I bowled the ball. He went to speak to fine leg, and then Fred was at mid off, and I'm like, "Where's he going?" And like Fred was like, "Well, you're probably going to bowl absolute massive wide, so he's going to go fine leg and wait for you." So I remember like literally before I bowled the ball, he said that, and I was like, and then obviously I bowled at 90 miles an hour in swinging absolute seed of doom. So, and I think that was at a point where I was new onto the scene and like they were my heroes and Gilchrist was a legend, you know? So like to be able to do that kind of made me feel like I actually belong here a little bit. So it's probably that one.
You announced yourself with that wicket, mate. Accidental Yorkers are the best ones, aren't
No, it's just full, man. I don't get
they? Give over.
We definitely know what this podcast will be called now. Seed of Doom. What is your favourite genre of music?
Hip hop. Easy. For some reason, yeah, it's I grew up with my best friend, Jan. He was a DJ and I always loved hip hop and R&B. Biggie was my favorite artist, and funny now, I actually live in Brooklyn where he's from, you know? Look at me. Just, but I like anything. Like I can like country. I like hip hop, R&B. Don't like heavy metal or too hardcore. I like something where I can hear the words. You know.
You used to drag me around a few R&B clubs back in the day, and I'd try and take you to a few indie ones, and we had to split up quite a lot, didn't we? So
Yeah, I didn't go with you, mate.
I quite often end up on my own. If you went on Mastermind, what would your specialist topic or subject be?
Bowling in the middle of us. I can't. Is there a certain? I don't think I watched it for many many years. It's a specific like subject. Or is it just whatever you want?
Anything you want, anything you want. It could be any book. Well, any book. But I don't know what you're into these days. Could be hip hop, like or notorious albums, like a particular album.
Tricky question, huh? Maybe I just cricket, mate. Yeah, I'll take cricket.
What's that saying? Something of all things and master of none.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
There you go. He knows too much.
Yeah, too much. Yeah, anything. Give me anything, I'll get it all right. Yeah.
Which cricketer would you most want to do I'm a Celeb trial with?
Probably Jack Brooks.
Just watch me try and eat and hurl up. Yeah, cheers.
I'll bring a bucket for you, mate. Don't worry.
Thanks. If we spent 2 or 3 weeks in the jungle together, we'd probably have a laugh, to be honest, and we'll keep people entertained.
Yeah, we'd be good, mate. Obviously, Brooksley, if people don't know, he's one of my best friends. There's probably be Brooksy.
Nice.
There we go. He knows which side his bread's buttered, doesn't he? You're not getting a fee for this, you know that, don't you? This is an interesting one. It might take some thinking. What's the one fact you'd want to know about your life? So it could be like how many coffees you've had, how many times. A good one would be how many times you've ever been to a gym, how many beach weights you've ever done, like how many times you looked at yourself in the mirror.
All big numbers. Coffee, gym, look myself in the mirror. High numbers. High numbers. I don't know. Fact. I think I'll give it cricket. I think me and Vikram Solanki hold the record for the number 9 ODI partnership, which is a cool one. And that was my second ODI game when they had the super sub. Vikram Solanki came in for someone, but
Yeah, I remember that weird rule. That was only around for a year or two, wasn't it?
I thought cricket was easy at that point. I was like 50 in my second ODI game, I think this is a piece of and then not so much. One and only 50, thank you.
Wicked. Well, that's next. We'll move on to last round, where it's actually a quiz, mate. This is really going to get you going, but it's a pretty simple one. It's mainly about your own career as well. But there is a prize. If you get all 10 right and you beat Davina Perrin, who got them all right in 61.57 seconds, you'll be top of our leaderboard. And it is sponsored by Simplexity Travel, and they'll put together a bespoke sort of 3 or 4 nights away for you somewhere. Could be anywhere. It could be dog sledding in somewhere. You could be end up in Middlesbrough with some fish and chips. Yeah, take your toothbrush for a night out. So if you end up top of this, mate, we'll know it's a fix. We'll ask you a question each in turn. We'll give you the answer, and then we'll tot up at the end. We'll get told by the producer at the end how long it took you. It's pretty simple, really. It's not too difficult questions, but speed is of the essence, mate.
Yeah, it's all about speed. No passing, really, is it? It's sort of like you can come back to it though, but if you're going to pass real quick.
Ready? So Catherine's on the first question today.
Are you ready? Okay. A 3, 2, 1. Which 7-time British F1 world champion was also born in 1985?
Lewis Hamilton.
Correct.
In which city is the first men's Ashes test taking place?
Perth.
Correct. In which country did you make your test and ODI debuts?
Pakistan.
Correct.
Yep. You dismissed Williamson, Nichols, and which other batter in the 2019 World Cup final?
Oh, I kind of think of him. Why can't I think of him? Neesham.
Yes.
When did England's men last win the Ashes?
2011.
No.
Who did you hit for 6 off the final ball in the famous tied ODI?
I don't know. I can't.
2016.
I'm terrible at names. I don't know.
Nuwan Pradeep.
How many penalty runs are given if the ball hits the keeper's helmet?
Is it 5?
Yeah.
Who did you dismiss for a golden duck in your final ever test match?
Coley.
Yes.
What is the capacity of the MCG? 100,000 or 125,000?
100.
Yeah.
Who's played more first-class matches, you or Jack Brooks?
I'm going to go with you.
Oh, you've played 158. I've played 154.
Oh.
Do-do-do-do. Can't believe it. Which one let you down? Pradeep? Was it?
Pradeep, yeah. And the Ashes. England won the Ashes in 2015. To be fair, might have struggled on that one as well, because I know they've drawn a couple, haven't they?
I know they won Straussy 2010-11, and they won
in 13.
They won by like an innings. They won by an innings in 3 of the tests.
I feel like that was quite difficult.
It wasn't the easiest one, but you didn't win it. It's probably important for my credibility that you didn't win it.
I'll give it a good old try. That's all I can do, you know.
We'll blame the PCA, mate. You can bring the PCA later and blame them. And yeah, you have played more first class. I mean, you deserve to as well, mate, because you played a lot longer than I did. Be interesting how we played together, actually. That would be quite fun.
I didn't play, obviously, the back end last 4 or 5 years. I didn't play any. I think all mine was Durham and obviously Yorkshire. Played a little bit for Surrey. But at that point, I think I got a rash if I put the red ball in my hand. I had zero interest. So it's just like, no.
Wicked. Well, cheers, P-Bear. We know you've probably got to rush to another business meeting or set up another coaching drill for the All-Stars lot. Or think of a new plan to take over the world with cricket. But it's been amazing to get you on, mate. Thanks very much. Enjoy watching the Ashes. I'm going to tune into this new podcast of yours because I reckon it'll be quite entertaining. You pretending to be American for a bit.
Yeah, we got Cameron Diaz on next week, and then Brad Pitt the week after. It's like,
It wouldn't surprise you if you did, mate. Yeah, wicked, mate. Take care, and I'll chat to you soon.
thank you guys, appreciate it.
There we go, Brunty. We're done, and we're set for the Ashes, and we finished with an absolute rock star guest.
We are, and we've got a winner of the Simplicity Travel, star prize. I wonder what she'll pick. Davina pairing. She's had not a great time out in Australia this far, but neither has Natalie, so times are about to pick up.
Everyone knows a quiet time. I think after a big tournament and a big summer, going away in the winter, peaking straight away is probably not always the easiest, is it? In different conditions completely, isn't it? So
Completely different here in it at times, so.
it's all good experience. Lifestyle, isn't it? You're getting away, you're still playing cricket. Who cares? So how long are you away for? And you're going to be able to follow the Ashes quite easily, but I won't be able to follow it that easily because I don't really fancy getting up at 1 a.m.
Do you not fancy a cup of tea and a bacon and egg sandwich at 3:00 in the morning?
Really, like our youngest was in hospital last night from 10 till 2. Nothing serious, just a high fever. But even then, I'll be like, I just want to sleep. Like, unless I get up early, like 5 in the morning, when it's quite often I'm going to be down at 5:30, 6, and I catch the last bit. And I don't mind that with a coffee and cricket on in the background with my little one running around. But I'm excited. I'm definitely excited to tune into it.
That first ball will be wild. 5 wides? 5 wides, I reckon.
What about odds on a wicket? If England insert and Khawaja nicks off, the place will go nuts, wouldn't it?
Surely it'll just be a really exaggerated Steve Smith-like leave. Or a Zach Crawley cover drive. That was nice.
Yeah, if England bat, Crawley's got to take number 1, hasn't he, and just smoke it.
Crunch. Yeah, nice.
Well, listen, that's pretty much it for the series with Brunty and I. We've made it through Series 2. We weren't here as often as we were in Series 1, and we've been literally all over the place. We have to say a massive thank you to the guys behind the scenes for helping put this together. Putting this together, pretty much. We just turn up. We got the easy bit, really, haven't we, Brunty? And it's been great fun, as always. We've had some fantastic guests on. It's been superb. So hats off to everyone as part of production, and hope everyone who's tuned in, listened, subscribed. Thanks very much for tuning in. Keep sharing the love. Keep liking. We're probably going to have another best bits out in the meantime. Festive best bits sometime.
Festive best bits.
There will be that. You know what they're like. The producer will be all over that, won't they? But yeah, keep listening. They'll be up there. They're never going away. They're in the universe forever now. What we've already done. So it's been good. So we'll see if we're allowed back for another series going forward, or whether we get our P45s. Looks like Brunty's coming back for a playing career. So
anything can happen.
But it's been great, Brunty. We never know. We might see each other in person again sometime.
Yeah. We'll have a Lakeside Cottage retreat episode for best bits.
Wait, if you go and buy one.
Bring the kids.
If you go and buy one, I'll see you there.
Anyway, I think it's a Merry Christmas and enjoy the Ashes.
Enjoy the Ashes. Get stuck into the Ashes. Keep listening. Keep telling your friends about us as well. And we'll see you on the flip side. Take care. Thanks very much.
Ciao, ciao.